Neo Jurassica.
Welcome to the Neo Jurassica Palaeontology Laboratories. Today, you're going to learn how to prepare a fossil for scientific research using a mechanical pneumatic scribe, which we like to call an air pen. Before we get started, there are a few rules you must follow for your own safety in this laboratory. Firstly, you must follow the instructions of our laboratory technician, who is here to help you have a fun learning experience today. There is no eating or drinking in the laboratories, and lab coats are to be worn at all times. In the event of an emergency, remain calm and follow our laboratory technician out of the nearest emergency exit to the designated assembly point outside. If at any point you sustain an injury or become ill, please notify our laboratory technician, who will provide assistance and first aid. In front of you, you'll find your cabinet and air pen. Wait for permission from our laboratory technician before turning on your air pen. The tools you are using today are sharp and can be dangerous if not used properly. Do not open your cabinet while your air pen is turned on to keep hazardous dust and debris inside for your safety. You will be exposed to loud equipment today, operating at 80 dBA. Ear protection is available upon request. You have now gone through the relevant health and safety instructions for this session. It is important to be aware over 200 hours of excessive air pen usage can lead to hand-arm vibration syndrome and carpal tunnel syndrome. Now we know the risks to avoid. Let's learn to prepare a fossil today. First, let us introduce you to your air pen. An air pen is like a mini hammer and chisel, but way more accurate and precise. Here we have the stylus, which is designed to repeatedly hit the rock around the fossil thousands of times per minute, a process we call removing the matrix. Here we have the head, which we unscrew for maintenance. It is important you don't unscrew the head whilst the pen is turned on, otherwise it will break. Here we have the body, which holds the moving piston inside. And here we have the on-off valve. Simply turn anti-clockwise to turn on and clockwise to turn off. Now let's learn how to use your air pen. You hold your air pen exactly like a writing pen, optimally at an angle of 45 degrees from the rock, although small adjustments may be necessary. However, avoid too high angles, as these can bend the stylus and damage the air pen. The aim is to guide the pen along the rock toward the fossil in the hopes the rock touching the fossil will pop or ping away. You're trying to exploit a point of weakness along a fractured plane between the fossil and the rock, which formed during fossilization. Now let's look at this in practice. See here how one of our laboratory technicians moves the air pen along the rock towards the fossil, revealing the ammonite shell, which had been hidden for over 180 million years. It's important to let the air pen get as close as possible without pinging the fossil. If it can damage the rock, it can damage the fossil. Hold the air pen confidently. It's important not to hold the pen too loose, otherwise you may lose control. Don't push the air pen too hard. This will compress air inside the pen, leading to less power. It is best to let the air pen do most of the work for you. You simply guide the tool to where it should be. Now you know the basics of how to use the air pen. The best way to learn is through practice. If you have any questions, feel free to ask our laboratory technician throughout the session. They're here to help you enjoy the learning experience. We at Neo Jurassica hope you have fun today. Fossil preparation is a rewarding process, allowing you to be the first to see the remains of an extinct creature that lived, breathed, and died on planet Earth millions of years ago. It takes time to learn the skill, You may not prepare the whole fossil today, but the important thing is to learn and have a go. Thank you for listening. We now pass you on to our laboratory technician.